Happy New Year! Happy New Year! We made it! Oh, sorry, I'm just practicing for 2020 before the ball goes down. So, anyways, welcome back to my channel, guys. I cannot believe that 2020 is almost here and 2019 is almost to an end. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. It went by quickly. But anyways, today I'm going to be talking about five important things that I think you can do before the new year, before the ball drops, before the clock turns 12, before 2020 rings in, to help you glide into the new year and also help you close off 2019 on a good note. If that's something you would like to see, stay tuned. When I really stop and think about 2019, I'm like, man, a lot has happened, but it just doesn't feel like it's been that long. I know you're probably just as surprised that it's gone so fast, and counting down the days is just like, wow. But anyways, on that note, I have 5 things that I think is absolutely important. And guess what? They're super easy to do. Well, at least a few of them. And some of them might take a little, heart to heart, a little meditation to muster up the courage to do it before the new year. But it's definitely something doable. I'm going to keep this video short and keep the points simple and sweet. So let's start with number 1. The first thing you should absolutely do before 2019 end is get rid of your ideas, your feelings, your thoughts of what you thought 2019 should have been. I'm telling you guys, this is a huge tip, and it's going to be a hard one for some people, especially if you had high expectations for what 2019 was going to be, or you had great plans and those plans didn't plan out. And you know what? It's life. You can plan all you want, you can set up goals all you want, but it may not always work out the way you want it to turn out. And I think a lot of times as the year ends, people have a hard time digesting the new year because of the fact that they didn't accomplish what they wanted in 2019. They didn't get what they wanted in 2019, or things really went south for them in 2019, or you had some bad experiences, you had some losses. And guys, it is hard to know that you had plans for something positive and things just went a totally different direction that you did not expect. But I'm telling you, the best way to glide into 2020 on a positive note is to let go of your expectation, let go of the hurt, let go of the pain, and let go of the idea of what you thought 2019 was going to be and how it should have been. Because the reality is 2019 is pretty much that. Because what's going to happen is going to be a domino effect of every year is no accomplishments, no healing, because we're just carrying the old baggage from the previous year into the new year. So that's my number 1 tip, is making sure that you let go of that vision, that idea, that thought of what you felt 2019 should have been. Because like they say, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And like Brandy says, anybody know that song by Brandy, Almost Doesn't Count? Well, it's true. Almost doesn't count. We almost did it, but it doesn't count, because now we're going into 2020. All you can do is take your almost into 2020 and make it an actual thing that's going to happen. Tip number 2, guys, there's no way that 2019 will end and not mention this tip. And that's to make sure you declutter and clean your house, clean your car. There's no better feeling of going into the new year knowing that your space is clean, it's clutter-free, and you can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that you're not stressed about what needs to get done in your house. Start your new year on a fresh note by simply just cleaning your space, the space around you. If there's a lot of papers, books, bottles, kids' toys, things that are in your car, in your space around you that creates unnecessary stress, you can alleviate some of that stress into 2020 by simply just cleaning the space around you, decluttering, and just breathing a sigh of relief that you're going into 2020 with one less thing to worry about. Number 3, reflection. This one is super important, and I always encourage people to reflect over their life regularly, but going into a new year, it's definitely a great way to kind of close off 2019, is reflecting over the year, over the goods and over the bads, and just paying homage to all the things that did go good and the things that did not go good, and find out how we can go about it differently in 2020. I can definitely say that there were some things that I would have loved to happen in 2019 that did not happen, but there was also a lot of great things that happened in 2019, and a lot of great unexpected things that happened in 2019 that I'm definitely grateful for, but I would have never recognized or realized that if I didn't stop to reflect on it. So sit down, reflect on the whole year, guys. It went by so quickly, but I'm telling you, a lot has happened in 1 year. And when you stop and realize, kind of reflect over the things that has gone on in 2019, you'll be like, whoa, that happened in 2019? Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize this happened. Wow, that was a great moment. And I think that's what makes it such a good idea to reflect upon the year, because then you can be more grateful leaving 2019 for what you have and going into 2020 with a better outlook. To avoid focusing only on the negative, take a moment, take a piece of paper, and jot down at least 10 things, 10 positive things, or 10 positive moments that happened in 2019. Even if you can't think of none, you gotta find something that you can say, you know what, I was grateful for that moment. I was happy that moment happened. This was unexpected, but this was a positive moment, even if it's the smallest thing. So that way you're not only focusing on what didn't happen in 2019, and you're not only focused on what went wrong in 2019, you have a reason on paper, on something that you can actually say, you know what, there was something positive about 2019, and you have it down on paper as a way of reflecting over it. And on that note, also write down 5 things that did not go well in 2019, and instead of dwelling on how it did not go well or how negative it was, figure out ways on how you can avoid those things in 2020 or improve upon it, or just simply letting it go into 2020 so you can make room for bigger and better memories and bigger and better goals. The 4th thing I would strongly suggest that you do before 2019 ends is create a vision board. And I've done videos. I have a video actually that I've done last year or earlier this year on how to create a vision board, and I plan on doing one this year. So stay tuned for my next video, because I do plan on doing a video telling you how to create a vision board, what to put on your vision board, and why you should create a vision board. But just to keep it short in this video, all in one spot, a collage of things you would like to see happen in the new year, dreams, goals, aspiration, and you put it all on one section of paper or on a board, a drawing board, coloring board, whatever way you want to do your vision board, which there's so many different types, which I will go into my next video. But the point is that it's going to be mapping out what you would like to see in 2020, so that way you kind of have a vision for where you want your 2020 or your new year, the direction you would like it to go. Will it go that way? 100% no, because it's life. Life is unpredictable, but at least you have an idea, a plan of action on how you want to accomplish these goals and how you want to get to those visions. Number 5, I strongly suggest that you make sure you do not close the year off alone. And I know a lot of times people will sometimes say they don't want to go out, or, for whatever reason, they want to spend it alone. Trust me, do not do it, because it's going to allow you to reflect on all the negatives of 2019. It's going to allow you to give you room to be sad about certain things that didn't go your way, and it never works out that way. Find somebody, find a friend, go to a party, go to church, do something with someone else. Guys, life is not meant to spend alone. Don't try to sleep off your sorrows. Do not try to, just shut yourself off to the world, because it's not healthy. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to ease into 2020 with that same negative vibe and those same negative feelings that you ended the year with. So you want to make sure you end on a positive note. Whatever it is that you plan on doing, don't do it alone. Me personally, I love bringing in the new year at church. I've been doing it for many years. I love to praise, worship as we count down till midnight and scream Happy New Year. And that's just what warms my heart. I love to do that. That's the best way for me. For you, it might be totally something different, but regardless, just make sure you're doing it with someone else, however way you do it. Now, if you have some great tips on how you want to bring in the new year, or what way you think is best to bring in a new year, or your favorite ways to bring in the new year, definitely put those comments below. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's running out of ideas on what they should do for the new year, or can't figure out what they want to do for the new year, and would love to hear your tips. These are my most favorite tips when it comes to closing out the new year that I actually implement myself. So if there's anything you already have in mind, mention them below. Also, guys, if you haven't done it already yet, subscribe, like, share, and also don't forget, my next video is on how to create a vision board. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified when the next video comes out.